Today you're going to be watching me redesign an older home into what is essentially a Great Gatsby theme. The transformation that occurred in this room is nearly unrecognizable. If you're a returning subscriber, hit the thumbs up. If you're new here, hopefully by the end of this video, you'll be a subscriber. Remember that if you would like my help in designing one of your rooms at home, you can have that help by clicking the link in the description down below. Let's go ahead and take a look at the computer and you can follow along with me. What you're looking at here are original photos of the room. Holly and Bud reached out to me with the goal of redesigning their home in Connecticut. They had been struggling to agree on ideas, as sometimes it can be difficult to convey what you envision to another person. Holly leans more towards a Hollywood glam and Hollywood Regency style, while Bud has more of an affection for Art Deco and practicality. Both of these styles are luxury forward. The styles were based out of the Roaring '20s in America when everyone was making hand over fist money, essentially. The styles represented a lavish celebratory time, strong, bold colors, tropical plants, statues, paintings, and in-your-face chandeliers. They thought it would be best if I were to come in as a third party, listen to what they both wanted, and bring it all together. After listening to the both of them, I couldn't help but think of the Great Gatsby movie. Luckily, when I mentioned that, they said it was one of their favorite movies, and that was exactly along the lines of what they were looking for. We'll be working on other parts of the home as well, but we decided to start with the living room as it is the center of the home, and we can work our way out from there. Some things to mention that are, in order to preserve the historic nature of the home, Holly and Bud wanted to keep the original hardwood floors as well as the wooden trim that encases those doors and windows, which you'll see on the perimeter. They also have a nice big comfy sofa, which was to be used in the design. There are two dogs in this family. One is roughly 75 pounds. The other is about 85 pounds. These two do a lot of lounging in this room, so it's important that they can find spaces to be comfortable as well. They wanted to find a way to incorporate an electric fireplace, and they loved the idea of having a chandelier, but they were worried because the ceilings in this room and in this whole home are not very high. So Bud might hit his head on the light fixture when walking through the living room here. So let's take a look at what we did. It's a massive change. You can hardly tell that it's the same room. We added a mixture of curvature as well as hard angles into the design. Typically, you would find an abundance of curvature in more feminine designs, whereas in more masculine design, you'd find an abundance of hard angles and straight lines. Deep sea blue, whites, and gold accents are the color theme we went with. These three colors, they go so well together. It's why you'll often see sports teams use a combination of them on their jerseys or flags. We had the white tones balance the ceiling and floor spaces, and as you can see there, the white spaces are connected through the curtains in the center. Immediately, you'll notice the large statement piece chandelier and how we just mentioned potentially knocking your head on it. But since we had included a coffee table, we decided why not put a nice elegant chandelier. If you get too close, you'll bang your shin before you knock your head, so it works. Gold was used as a layered accent color in this design. You'll notice how it appears in the framing we included on the walls, the wallpaper, and some of the furniture legs, and a few of the decor pieces as well. It never appears strictly alone because it's meant to accentuate the room. It's not a color that's supposed to canvas the room. After mounting the TV, there was plenty of space for that electric fireplace that they wanted, as you can see. One of the seating chairs not only serves as a spot to watch TV, but it's also perfectly situated next to a corner lamp that we had in the room, so that space can also that designated space can also become a reading area. You'll notice that the plants are nearly the same height and size, and they were added to opposite adjacent sides of the room. This was done on purpose, and it's because it creates a balance. It also helps to contain the room from all sides. The wallpaper was an Art Deco illustration, somewhat replicative of hand fans, a design pattern that's quite prominent in this type of style and styles that come out of that period of time, the 20s. The artwork was found among independent artists. These two portraits they just felt right for the room. I always like to pay attention to the initial emotion evoked by a painting or a photograph to decide whether it fits the theme that I'm going for. The Victorian woman has a more serious nature. Her posture is excellent, and one can assume that her dress was expensive for those times. She's presenting a proper form of etiquette and class. At the same time, you have this feeling that she's leading you somewhere, saying, "Follow me, I'll show you how we live here." The caricature portrait of the fox outfitted in Victorian clothing is just a fun piece. I mean, the fox is a cunning animal who is extremely playful, but having him pose with this detached demeanor that so many people did in older photos. You rarely see them smile in older photos. This room is luxurious, but it's also a fun creation that's meant to make you smile. Both of the portraits carried overarching blue tones in them, which made them even more perfect for the color theme that we were using in this living room. You've now seen how you can turn an older living room into an Art Deco, Great Gatsby-like style and theme. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up. If you feel like sticking around a while, feel free to subscribe. See you on the next one.